All right, good morning or good afternoon, however you guys are watching this. Welcome to another Backyard Spiral video. My name is Sal Garcia, your host. I'm just fixing my chair because I need to be proper for this video. I just want to point out the obvious. I know none of you guys were asking for it, but last week I did not put out a video. The excuse I'm going to use this time is my dog ate the footage. Sorry, you know that excuse worked a lot in middle school, high school, but not very well in college. But you guys, I think you guys are going to fall for it. Anyways, guys, before I get started, I do want to say on my first two videos, I got great response, a lot more response than I thought I was going to get. I want to thank everyone who liked. I want to thank everyone who subscribed. And I want to thank all those who are going to like and subscribe this video because I know you guys are enjoying it already. But in all honesty, last week was just an off week. It was a weird one. I was trying to do too many stuff at once. Leaving my job, getting hired for a new one. I'm really trying to figure all that out and do all this just to make me happy, you know. And I hope these videos bring just a small smile to your face, as that's why I'm doing this for you guys and for me as well. You know, I could be selfish on my own right when it comes to my videos, but let's go ahead and jump into this weekend's news. We're gonna start with college football. Oh, Clemson, my Clemson. I believe that's how it goes. Number 9 ranked Clemson University had a roller coaster of a game against non-ranked North Carolina State. And let me tell you, by the end of it, NC State controlled the whole thing. Exiting the game, each team was only able to score 2 touchdowns throughout the whole game. So towards the end of the game, exiting it, it was 14-14. You know, and NC State had a chance. But guess what? In the final seconds, get this, they missed a field goal. Could you believe it? At this point, Clemson is just waiting for the game to end. They're expecting a win. They feel good about themselves. NC State just lost a field goal. Heading into overtime, Clemson get the ball. Heading into overtime, Clemson gets the ball and scores their first touchdown. But right behind them is NC State to score their own. And into double overtime we head. Oh my goodness. Guys, I don't think anyone expected a game to go on this long. I don't think any of us really cared about the game in general, considering Clemson hasn't been what they wanted to be in this whole season. NC State ultimately ended up winning by not a field goal at the end of the fourth quarter. I don't know how they missed it. I can't even do that correctly. Clemson fans, their liver was hurting. I saw a lot of videos online of them taking shots after shots after shots after this terrible game. Sometimes you just want the game to end, you know? I know that's how Clemson felt. They were ready to call it quits, and so was their liver by the end of that. They were drinking a lot. I saw a lot of videos when it came to them. Well, I guess NC State heard our prayers because they ended up winning the game by entering double overtime with a touchdown and Clemson not being able to score. You know, Clemson, this ultimately put Clemson ranked 9 entering the game. Come out Tuesday with the college polls, they went down all the way to 25. And at this point, you know, you might as well put UTSA up there. They're playing some really good football. They're 4-0. Why aren't they ranked? We're going to get into that in another video. All right, Texas A&M also had a rough weekend this past weekend, losing to Arkansas. And not so big of a thriller of a game, but it had a lot of Texas A&M fans wishing for Kellen Mond to come back. Oh, you know, guys, you don't know what you have until you lose it. That's all I'm going to say. And Clemson and A&M felt the pressure this past weekend. That ultimately put Clemson all the way back down to 25, and A&M, who was ranked 7, 8, I believe. I should have my notes on that. But they went all the way back down to 15. I'm not sure how their season's going to go either. I'm calling it quits on Clemson and A&M even making it to the playoffs at this point. And there's only 4 teams, which is just crazy. We'll get into that in another video. But anyways, that's all the excitement that happened this past weekend with college football. Now we're going to move on to NFL football. And we're going to go ahead and stay with Texas, okay? We're going to stay with the Texas theme. You know, on my Instagram, I got this comment from a Texans fan, Micah. And he said, why don't I talk more about the Texans? You know, if I'm so mad about the Cowboys and how they were progressing. Well, Micah, as you can see, ever since you posted that comment, the Texans have been 0-2. You know, and I'm not saying you're the reason that the Texans are 0-2. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that ever since you posted that comment, they have been 0-2. Take that as you will, Micah. Take that as you will. Justin Fields was sacked 9 times this game 9 times by the Cleveland Browns. Oh, and the whole offense only produced 46 rushing yards and just one passing yard. You know, a lot of you guys would go through the trouble and say that, man, it's Matt Nagy's fault. It's his offense that's doing wrong, and it's his fault that these quarterbacks are not producing well in Chicago. And most of you would be very much correct. But on the other side, I do want to say Justin Fields, it's year one. He's just getting used to the whole NFL and starting. I believe this was his first career start. But he didn't seem to help the team much at all. You know, I will give Chicago the benefit of the doubt right now. I know Justin Fields is in his first year in the NFL. It's just year one. He's getting used to the rhythm and everything. But you guys really got to protect this quarterback. All right, 9 times, that's a lot. He got hit more times than a wine bag at a sorority house party, you know, if you catch my drift. That's how bad it was. Now let's talk about Justin Tucker. Oh man, I know you Ravens fans enjoyed this one. Justin Tucker, the world's greatest NFL kicker in the world, it's established at this point, has broken the record for longest field goal attempted during a game. I believe the record was 62 by Janikowski when he was with the Raiders way back when, 2010 maybe, 2012, I really don't remember. And it hasn't been broken for a while. And the Ravens were in desire to win. They were playing against the Lions. Just to show you guys, in case you missed it, 66 yards in like desk it's like right here. Right? It's like right there. And for those of you who couldn't get the angle correctly, Justin Tucker on a whim. I don't even think they tried to ice him before. If they even had a timeout, they let him kick it 66 yards. This is exactly how it goes. It goes over. You think he's going to make it. Justin Tucker's not running to the sideline. Hits the crossbar. But we ain't done yet. And just like that, Justin Tucker has become the new NFL record holder. You know, there was a point in time where I thought Dan Bailey, because yes, I am a Cowboys fan. I thought Dan Bailey would be the number one kicker, the most accurate kicker in the world, but Justin Tucker took it at this point. Man, Justin, hold on to that game ball forever. I know I'd have to tell you that, but all I can say is that Canton, Ohio is waiting for you. That's it. You can stop kicking now. Your resume is done. You've got the record. You've got the field goal percentages. At this point, they're in the back making your bust, and I don't blame them. Let's go ahead and finish this NFL discussion by talking about the Dallas Cowboys, shall we? You know, my team, the team that isn't 0-2 since Micah's comment. You know, the last time I talked about the Dallas Cowboys, I was ranting about them. I'll be honest with you. I was being a little bitch about it. But ever since I've been bitching, they are 2-0. Nice to know I'm doing something right to help out my Cowboys. Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott looked as sharp as a Dallas Star, combining for 5 touchdowns against the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football. You know, in my last video, I went on a little rant about the Cowboys. And Micah, take notes, because my team has been 2-0 since I started bitching about them losing. So, all right, and to finish today's episode, we are going to talk about UFC. I didn't watch all of Fight Night, but I did catch one fight. It was the return of Nate Diaz. This is what you got to like, what I love about the UFC and boxing and other combat sports, is that you get to not retire and then come back, but you can come back and fight whenever you want. That's the name of the game, fighting whenever you're ready to fight and fighting against whoever you want to fight. And this past weekend, it was a rematch against Nate Diaz and former welterweight champion Robbie Lawler. Just to put it in perspective, I'm going to show you a short glimpse of how the fight started and how it ended, all right? Diaz, and this is Lawler. Okay, yeah, the fight didn't last that long, considering Robbie Lawler came out guns blazing. And I don't mean ammunition.
Enemy spotted.
Fight ended in the third round with Lawler connecting a right hand onto the kisser of Nate Diaz, which ultimately sent him down, never got back up, resulting in a total knockout for the fight. In the end, Nate Diaz did say he's got no excuses. He is happy that the fight happened. He is happy to be out there in the octagon again. And, you know, I don't doubt it. When you're put back in your element, you feel like you're in your safe space and you're having a good time. So let that be your lesson for this video. Go out, do something you love, do something you haven't done in a while. Just don't get knocked out while doing it. You know, that's all. That's my advice on that. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys for this video. But one more thing. It is Hispanic Heritage Month, right? We're about the second week into it already. And what I like to do in this household is we like to go buy tres leches cake and just put out a slice and leave it on your counter, okay? Trust me when I say this. It's going to be for good old Saint Nico, you know, not to be confused with Saint Nick. You know, that guy's a little too jolly. Okay, if Saint Nico ends up coming to your house, you know, leave a comment on this video. If he doesn't, good, you did something right. I don't think Saint Nico is correct, and when you're done commenting on this video, whether or not he arrived at your house or not, call 911, okay? You don't want that guy near you. I just made it up. I promise you, I just made it up. And I'm not Saint Nico, this is gonna get to that cake. Alright, that's all I got for y'all. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and say you liked it. If you didn't, there's that thumbs up button. Like I said, you can always do just to make yourself feel better. Alright guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Later.